My name is Philip Post. I run Dirtbag out of Connecticut. I'm 16 years old, and I make clothes.
Come on, love the whole world, the whole world, trust the whole world, and yo, fuck the whole world, just trust the whole world, and yo, hustle the whole world, fuck this whole world. Whose world is this? World is yours, world is yours, yeah. Whose world is this? Bet you feeling like the world is yours, right? Whose world is this? Yeah, like the world is yours, right? Whose world is this? Yo, I'm trying to get to this place that my grandpa told me about as a child. Told me only if you can make it in the faithless ain't allowed. Be a star out your game and name above the clouds. And if you miss, you at least be amongst your own crowd. I smile.
2005, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. It's inflammation in your intestines. Throughout middle school, I was hospitalized because the flares were uncontrollable. So I missed out basically on my whole middle school career. It kind of sucks, but I think it made me into a stronger person, how to deal with stuff like that, and I got more time to focus on the business, which was a good thing. Last quarter, my sophomore year, I didn't go to school at all actually, and that was mainly because of my Crohn's just flaring up and all the stress that I had to deal with. I mean, it's one of those things that you just have to deal with. There's no way around it really. You just gotta deal with it and keep moving. I take medicine every morning. I get a shot that my mom gives me every 2 weeks. And Medrol is a steroid that they use to control my Crohn's. And the effects of the steroid is makes my face chubby. I get mood swings. It's just not a good drug to be on. I was on 4 milligrams and now I'm on 12. It's not that big of a difference really, but I don't know. It gets me bummed out whenever they have to raise it, because I was begging my mom not to call my doctor to raise it, but she eventually did, because I was really just in bed, just double over in pain. I definitely feel as though having Crohn's was a blessing, just because I got all this time to do business and do art and just I don't know, just networking with people. While I could have been in school, I was networking with people. While I could have been in school, I was just doing my business.
Has Phil having Crohn's affected you in any way?
No. Not really. I mean, I think life throws you shit and you deal with it.
All right.
And it teaches you life lessons about if sometimes it gives you crap, you figure out a way to handle it, and sometimes it makes you stronger. And that it's made him a stronger person because he's had more to overcome than the average person. And he's handled it really well, and he just deals with it. I think he's had a lot to deal with, but I think a lot of people in this world have a lot of things to deal with. Every family is different. Every individual is different. And I think in Philip's case, we've always tried to give him tools to deal with whatever problems have come up, and he's become really good at problem solving and been really creative at finding things to do. So when he had times that he had to be at home, he used that time really constructively to create a business. He didn't just lie around in bed all day. And so he took something that could have been a negative and turned it into a positive.
Oh heaven, how could I forget you? Rose to the occasion one day.
Dirtbag is just all my ideas under one name. I was always fond of making clothing. I've really had an interest in having my own clothing line since I was a kid. I remember the first time MTV did a little documentary on Pharrell, who's from NERD. This was back in 3rd grade, 2003, and he was really successful. He was like selling his shirts for like $90 a piece. I remember going like on his website each day and just like looking at all the stuff that I couldn't afford. And then it progressed from there to going on to Hypebeast when I was like in 5th grade. And then 6th grade, my dad got me like an iron-on set that I could just iron on like my designs on the clothing, like shirts and stuff. And then that progressed into like 7th grade where I got a tabletop press. And from there I started screen printing in my garage. And then from there I went to a professional screen printing company. And basically 2009 started like selling shirts all over the world, California, Australia. And then from there, 2010, everything started to pick up. Got really popular on Tumblr, which is like a blogging format. Got a lot of people that I've looked up to befriend me, and I befriend them and stuff like that. 2011, it picked up really, like a whole lot. Early 2011, got my first retailer in Japan. I started selling shirts all over the world, started selling out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's crazy because I'm like a 16-year-old kid from Connecticut who set like a new precedent, kind of. Like no other kid has like been this successful, this young, who's like come from from this type of city, like Connecticut. Like who would have thought? Like it's weird. Like people like email me every day from like all over the world. I have kids from like the United Kingdom telling me that like I'm an inspiration and stuff. Like it's weird. I have like 200 like friend requests on Facebook that I don't know what to do with because I don't want my business life to conflict with my personal life. I don't know. It's crazy. I just have people that I've looked up to for so long, like that I'm friends with now. Like a week ago, I went to the Only NY offices. Only is like a brand from New York who I've looked up to for like 3 years, and Micah, the dude who runs it, he Facebook messaged me, and he was like, "Hey, we really like what you're doing. You should stop by, and we'll hook you up with clothing." Blah 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 blah. And now we're friends. Like it's crazy how stuff like that works out, and I'm really fortunate to be in the position I'm in, where I can make clothing that I like and people like it too. So we're gonna see how it pans out in the next year. I talked to this guy who was in the career center at Norwalk High, and he was basically telling me that if I reached like a certain quota for like money wise, that I should do it full time. If not, I should go to college and learn a specific trade. Well, not a specific trade, but just like take my education farther. Like I might, like the only school that I'm really like looking forward to is NYU Gallatin. Gallatin, you make your own major. And I was talking to Micah, who went to FIT, and it was like, yeah, all my friends told me that I should have just went to Gallatin and had my business as my major. So yeah, I mean, in the next year, I'm gonna apply to college. I'm only gonna apply to NYU. I might apply to like Columbia for something. But if it all works out, hopefully I'll be successful with Dirtbag, and I'll be here for a lot of years. I don't know. Yeah. Tyler's my friend from California. He's a big musician. He just got off of his U.S. tour like a couple weeks ago. He opened a pop-up shop that I was in California on Fairfax. And Fairfax is like this big street of all like streetwear boutiques, like Supreme, Huff, where Huff was, Hall of Fame, Stussy. But Tyler is this musician who just won the Best New Artist VMA, and he's like who's hot right now, I guess. I don't know, but he's my friend. We became friends in like 2010. Like just when he started getting his buzz, and I was just supporting him in any way possible, putting like his music as my theme music for my website, making skateboard montages with his music. So the second time that he came out to New York, I met him, and ever since then, like all the times that he's come to New York, we've always like kicked it, like eating waffles and like chicken nachos and playing Xbox. But yeah, I've been supporting him, he's been supporting me. It's just a friendship. I got on Hypebeast this morning at 11 a.m. It's about 5:30 right now. And we got 5,000 views and on the popular page. Hypebeast is like this big internet blog which a lot of like famous brands get posted on. A lot of like high-end brands and streetwear brands get posted on, so it was a big deal for me and Kobe to get posted on there. But yesterday we went to New York City, we went down to the Chelsea area, we went on the High Line, which is like a above ground park, and we shot some photos. Yeah, we like spent about like an hour or two just shooting photos for the interview. And then we went to Chelsea Market to shoot a few more photos. And it was me and Kobe that was getting photographed. Kobe is this 17-year-old kid from New Jersey who runs the brand with no name. We've been friends for about a year now. We met through Tyler. And we have a really good, like, I consider him one of my best friends just because we have the same interests and like we can joke about the same stuff and like it's just a good relationship.
My name is Jacoby McLemore. I'm 17 and I own the brand with no name. Me and Phil's relationship is like more of a friendship over business. Like when we're together, we don't really talk about business or anything, but we do talk about business and stuff. We support each other equally. We had a pop-up shop for Phil and his dad not too long ago, and we're just continually progressing and maturing together. Yeah, the brand with no name is basically like the major branch of Def Precision Incorporated, and Def Precision Incorporated is basically like a mod of like early 1900s workforce or whatever. So I have like a lot of like workwear that's being made and stuff like that. So it's basically it. DPI started off as a branch of the brand with no name, and when I started it, I didn't think I was gonna get that much support with it, but Phil supported me a lot. So that was like the good okay to go with it, and since then, it's just been getting a lot of exposure and major brand now. So.
And then my friend Mike shot the whole interview. He works for The Source magazine, which is a big like rap hip hop magazine, and he shoots shows and stuff. And he's like shot almost every like lookbook for Kobe, and he shot what we did yesterday.
My name is Mike Knapp. I'm a photographer. Me and Phil have been friends for about a year and a half now. We met at the OF show last February when he came out. Me and Kobe met up with him. And since then, we all just connected. We just been kind of helping each other out. I mean, we're like the youngest of each of our fields of work, and surprisingly, we're doing big things. Yeah, I guess last March, I actually started an internship at The Source magazine. So I've just been covering a lot of rap artists, their live shows, behind the scenes stuff, all that. Along with that, I've been shooting lookbooks. I actually did, well, not official, but did some stuff for Phil last time I was at his house. I do most of them except one, Kobe's lookbooks. We're all just helping each other out, just pushing each other so we can all reach our full potential. And it's working so far, so only going up from here.
And then my friend Jake works for Berkman Bros, which is like a high-end like brand who's like sold at Co-op Barney's, and he organized the whole interview together. He interviewed me and Kobe, and he did the little brief like introduction for the interview.
I first met Phil like not that long ago, actually a few months ago, back in like October or something, before I found out about Dirtbag through like just like people from OF talking about it, because like I listened to their music and stuff, and I was a fan of theirs. And then I saw at Fashion Night Out like a bunch of people at the Alexander Wang show wearing his like Ham t-shirt, so that was cool. And I don't know, I like looked at his stuff, I really liked his stuff, so I thought it was like people should know about it. They like deserve to know about it. He deserved for people to know about it. So I told him like I might be able to help him meet some buyers and stuff from the brand that I work for called Berkman Bros. And like they're in some of the nicest stores around. So thought that I could like help him out with that. And then it wasn't until like a month after that that I actually started like writing for like Hypebeast and stuff. And then since like I supported him and stuff, like told him I could probably get his lookbook on there, and then that worked out. And then through that I like met Kobe and stuff, and I thought that his stuff should go up too. And then just from that, I don't know, just like building off of that and seeing, you know, where we can go from here. But it's pretty good so far.
2012, we're getting some rugby jerseys made. Made in the USA from the originators of LL Bean and Land's End. That's like a big step for us. We're doing a hockey jersey, me and my friend Kobe. We're doing a hockey jersey made in the USA from the originators of like the original baseball jerseys from like Made in the USA, Ebbets. They did all like the Brooklyn Dodgers stuff, I think, from like 1920. Yeah, I mean it's tight. Like how I've come from just shirts to like cut and sew stuff. We're doing a bunch of ombre dye and like tie dye for spring too, just to like make my shirts different. Like the whole thing with me is that anyone can print like on a 6-ounce cotton t-shirt, but it's what you put behind or what you do to that shirt that will make you different. And that's like a quote that Phil Tianad, who's a 21-year-old Rutgers student who has a successful clothing line, said. He runs their award tour. He has a blog on Hypebeast. He was in like a Nike campaign actually too. And he's like a big influence on me because he was so young and he accomplished so much. But he said that, and like from the first time I heard that like quote, it definitely like impacted me, because like when you see one of my shirts, you know that it's Dirtbag, not just because we're doing like the regular graphic t-shirt, but because we're like dyeing it, we're treating it with special stuff to make it sun faded. We're just thinking outside the box, and like I'm really glad that that's what I'm doing, and like that I found myself with that. But yeah, 2012 is gonna be cool. Hopefully people will pick up on it and be like, wow, Phil, you're a visionary or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be cool. My name is Philip Post, and I'm self-made.